Hey, what is up, guys? And welcome back to another Magic the Gathering online league. We're back with Eldrazi Ramp on the draw for game one. So I do want to play the gemstone. The question is whether or not I want to reveal the second devour. I don't think we need to. So in that case, we'll just pitch Devour here and pass. Suppose your opponent's on Titan. Forest, Grazer, no Grazer. Forest, nothing though. There's the Rumble, perfect. Let's imprint. And Rumble. I suppose we can grab the Talisman. And pass, and pass. Kind of was hoping that commercial district would stick. Grill Turf does look like Titan after all. Looks like a slow start. I really need a Myco spawn here. Talisman, Stomping Ground tapped, and pass, and hold. Just to play around the potential for Boseiju. Spelunking, there's the Amulet effect. There's Scrolling Vestige for 2. They could have an Explore. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Rumble. And probably grab the Saga if I had to guess. Might be the Hainweir though, depending. Choose Hainweir. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll draw. Shit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. So the thought process there was twofold. Did we have a higher chance of finding a 7-minute value spell or a higher chance of finding the temple? The answer was 7-minute value spell, so I kept the Devour underneath the lab, knowing that we could draw into World Breaker, Devour, Ugin, what have you, right? And of course, we find the temple instead, which would have allowed me to get rid of the Spelunking. And so we actually might lose next turn now, which is really unfortunate. No reason to play the temple. Play the Misty Rain to thin. And we just kind of hope that they don't win this turn, but I'm not exactly confident about that. There's the Hainweir. If they have Scapeshift, packed. Pack the Titan. Pack Titan, pull 2. They can't haste it though, unless they go Crumbling Vestige into Vesuva, I suppose. They could do that. They could haste it then, but I don't think they can win. Unless they have another one in hand, in which case they go Lotus Field, Lotus Field. Because they only have one Amulet effect. So I think we should be in the clear. But there's a Vesuva, there's the Gruul Turf, so that way they get Hainweir, can haste the Titan. Yep, that's fine. And then pick up the Vesuva, I'd imagine. Yep, pick up the Vesuva. Face change. Titan will attack. And then bounce land Boseiju would be my guess. Yep, bounce land Boseiju. Okay. Picks up the Boseiju. We'll take the 6. End step. Return Devour to hand. So opponent doesn't know that. Yep. So really cool thing here about Ugin's Lab. It does not care where it is as long as it is on the stack. So this Devour is in exile. It's just imprinted underneath the lab just to demonstrate that it is part of the lab, right? So even though this Boseiju is going to hit this, I still get back the Devour. So that is fine. Yes. I will grab Stomping tapped. And we still get back the Devour. I'm going to miss the Rainforest Fetch. So opponent learned something new today. We'll draw. Lab. Can I, like, stop drawing all my lands? That'd be really cool. Devour hit the Titan. We'll pass. And Pack Trigger. I mean, they're still very much in the game right now. I've desperately needed to find a Myco spawn so long ago. But might be too late. They still have 5 mana. Could easily get to 6 for another Titan. Lotus Field. That will definitely get them enough mana. 3 sacrifice Forest Vestige. Sacrifices Lotus Field Gruul Turf, which means Aftermath Analyst. Yes. They have enough to do Aftermath, but I don't see the Shifting Woodland. So for right now, we're fine. Unless they have Scape Shift in hand, question mark. But they would have Scape Shifted before they have a Titan, or is this a GSC? Looks like a Titan. There's the haste for the Hainweir. Yes, at this point, I'll concede. I've seen enough. We're good. We're good. Alright, let's go to sideboard for Titan. Oh, how I loathe this deck, and oh, how I wish that they would have banned Lotus Field. It would have made these loops so much simpler and less time restrictive. So we want Flute Heat, I believe. Heat, Flute, K-Return out for sure. Ice Till stays, Gemstone out, Pajuka Bog out, and then an Ugin out, I believe. Yes. Okay. Let's run it back. We're on the play for game 2. We need a fast Myco star. Okay, we can make this work. We can make it work. The seat's pretty much dead, but that's fine. We have a Cake Mechanics 2/2, and then we're looking for Myco spawn. But if worst comes to worst, maybe just a green source for the second breaker would be worth it. So we'll go Temple and pass. And hold. Saga Trigger. Amulet. Yeesh. Draw. Speaker. Imprint. Hold K command. Saga Trigger. Do you have a bounce land? Nope. Forest. Passing. They could have Besage you. We'll K command ramp Scry draw. So I need a green source here for this breaker. Bottom draw, Flute. Okay. Besage you. You gave me a green source, which is nice. If I can find a Myco spawn. Let's go Commercial District Surveil. Sire, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sire top. We draw. We lab imprint Sire. Breaker break. Keep you off the second amulet. And pass. 3 types in yard. 1 shy of Heat Delirium. There's Cave. Rumble. Besage Saga. Imagine you take the Saga. Takes Besage. We'll draw Wooded Foothill. I mean, we can use Flute to name Titan. And start by going to combat here. See if they want to block. I doubt it. So I'm actually tempted to heat the spawn. Heating the spawn might not be the worst idea to play around potential scape shift. Yeah, that might not be the worst idea. So let's heat the spawn, the start. And then we could play speaker, but then there wouldn't be a path for us to play flute. Because my concern here... No, I guess bounce land wouldn't be enough. Yeah, so I think... Okay, I think I see some lines here. We're going to fetch. I don't like pitching the flute, but I think I'm going to. Play the forest. Speaker. Speaker pitch flute. Grab Myco spawn. Pass. And pass. Because even if they have a bounce and scape shift, it won't be enough. Whereas next turn we can Myco kick into Ghost Quarter. Yes. Beseiju. Yes. I'll put Stomping Ground in tapped. Because with Speaker, that's still enough. There's Lotus Field for 3. But now I can't kick. Well, that's frustrating. We draw. Heat. So yeah, kicking's pointless then. Instead, what we'll do is I'll just grab the Ghost Quarter. We'll hold the heat as well since we have Delirium. And attack for 7. And we hold. So now we can Ghost Quarter a bounce land and we can heat a Titan if needed. Crumbling Vestige. Okay. No point in Ghost Quartering that, so that will resolve. That's 5. So they're currently 1 short of Titan. There's Aftermath Analyst. Yes. Trigger. Right now they can't activate it, so we're going to heat now. But I'll scoop it up, we got the win. Cool. Let's go sideboard. We'll bring back the gemstone and drop what? I won't say 6. I know Rumble. Rumble. Alright. Because that 6 should be a third speaker. I just forgot to change it, unfortunately. Okay. Let us see if we can get a win here on game 3. It would be nice. That sure is a hand. We'll make it work. And we'll get down to 5. I mean, this is very much just hoping that our opponent has a slow start. Let's be honest here. We'll pass in full. Curling Vestige for green. Do you have an Amulet? You do not, nor a Grazer. We'll draw. Devour, you're a bit late to the party, but I will go Lab Imprint and pass. And hold. Beseiju. Passing. We draw. Sire. Paying cost. Return to hand. Beseiju resolves. Yes. I'll grab a Stomping Ground or a Forest. We should probably grab a Stomping Ground for heat. Yes. Stomping Ground, shock. Templar Lab. We should go Lab. Imprint. Sire. Rumble. There's Flute Ice still. This becomes so much more interesting now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, Flute's good. Flute naming Titan, or at this point we could name Spelunking, we could name Amulet. If they had an Amulet in hand, they would have played the Amulet. So why keep the 5-card hand, right? That's the question. So I'm tempted to go Flute here and name Spelunking. Let's go Flute. Because the World Breaker can always be grabbed back later. I'm going to go Flute, name Spelunking. Spelunking. There we go. And pass. And pass. Gruul Turf. Picks up the Boseiju. Boseiju. That's fine. Commercial District. Surveil. Sire to Yard. And draw. Second Rumble. Let's start with Rumble number 1. There's the Shifting Woodland I want. I don't want to play it right now, though. Otherwise, they could Boseiju it. So I think we'll instead go Forest and Rumble. There's Emrakul. So we currently have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10... 11, 12, or really one short? I think we are. Let's just confirm that one more time. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, we are one short next turn if we take the Emrakul, but it still might be the right choice here. Let's grab the Emrakul. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, we are one short. Okay, that's fine. And we'll pass. Maybe I should have played the Temple Rumble. That may have been the right choice. Another Boseiju, Spelunking, Gruul Turf, pick up the Vestige. 4, we draw. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so we're short on hitting the Aftermath. We'll play the Shifting, targeting the Ice Till. And then I will grab Temple, Mill, another Temple, and pass. And pass in full. I mean, next turn we have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We have the Emrakul. No blocks here. We have Emrakul. They have the Aftermath Analyst. Trying to exile it doesn't make sense here. There's Scape Shift. There's Bojuka Bog. So Emrakul's now offline. We draw Myco Spawn. So in that case, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We could get rid of the Aftermath Analyst. That might be the right move. We also could just Bojuka Bog, I'm pretty sure. Or did we cut Bojuka Bog? I want to say we cut it. We did. Well, those moments where I kind of wish I didn't. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We could kick Myco Spawn. I think I have to get rid of the Aftermath, though. As awkward as that is. 3, 4, 5, 6. Sanctum trigger. On 2. Sanctum trigger. Get rid of the Aftermath, leaving 2 in hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm gonna go with yes or no here. I'll go with yes and grab another Devour. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 minus 4 would be 5, so we can't go for double Myco Spawn Kick. So I think going for Devour might make sense, just in case they do find a way to Titan. No attacks. And we pass. Otherwise, next turn we'll just kick the Myco and go for a Ghost Quarter, methinks. Which we have not seen yet, so that should be fine. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We don't even need to expose the second temple. We can just play the Cavern, Myco Spawn Kick, Ghost Quarter. I mean, right now it's looking good. There's the Hanweir, so they can play the Titan, but they can't do much else after. They know about the Devour. So if they play the Titan, they know that they are... Ooh, hold on. Aftermath Analyst. Okay. So if we take them off of double green here, I guess we can't, because they could just activate Aftermath. Yes. They can, in fact, just activate Aftermath, so that's a bit of a moot point, unfortunately. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we can Myco Kick. Myco Kick the Gruul Turf. They float. There's the Aftermath. They Legend Roll the Besejus. There's Saga Trigger. I'll grab the Ghost Quarter. Play the second temple. And go to combat. Pack trigger. Yeah, I can't stop the pack trigger, or them paying for the pack, so that's fine. We could Ghost Quarter the Urza Saga, but I don't have lethal, so I don't think that is beneficial. If I had lethal, I think doing so, getting rid of the construct would make sense. But right now is not the case. In that case... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And unfortunately, by going for the Ghost Quarter, we're short on the Emrakul. We should get rid of the Urza Saga, so that way they can't go for... I guess we could wait. We could wait a turn. Let's wait. We draw. Sprawl. Short 1 then. Still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah. Let's start by going to combat. You can block with a construct. Yep. They have one card in hand. Let's do this for green. Verdant Catacombs, and we'll Ghost Quarter the Urza Saga then, I think. Well, actually, we might actually want to hit the Urza Cave now I think about it. Oh, shoot. Well, this is awkward, isn't it? So, the Urza Cave could grab Shifting Woodland, right? Whereas the Saga can grab a Amulet of Vigor. Which one is the bigger issue? I guess without the Amulet effect, then the Shifting Woodland loop with Aftermath Analyst is a moot point anyways. So maybe get rid of the Urza Saga makes more sense. Probably, but Shifting Woodland can become a copy of Spelunking. So it's kind of a damned if I do, damned if I don't, isn't it? And they do get an amulet, and they have a Titan. They can haste the Titan. Not to mention they can go for that route. I mean, if the Urza Cave, though, it's going to cost them 7 mana to do that. So I think I will go after the Urza Saga. Let's pass in full. Yeah, I think getting rid of the Amulet effect is correct. At this point, we will pass. So they can crack the Urza Cave. Yep. Like I said, they can get the Shifting Woodland, which can become a Spelunking. That costs 7 mana to do. So I don't think that is an out. Vesuva. Well, the Shifting Woodland already in Yard? Wait, what? Hold up. Oh, my Shifting Woodland. I was like, what? I was very confused how Vesuva just made that work. So now they have Spelunking. Okay. There's Lotus Field. No shot you had. The last card in hand is Scapeshift. No shot. Is it actually? Oh, I can't believe it if it is. Shit. Okay, presenting lethal here doesn't matter necessarily. So okay, we can't do anything here. We pass in full. They sack all their lands, so they can go Lotus Field, Echoing Depths, Bounce Land, T West, Shifting Woodland. I think they might be able to present the loop here. Because next turn we can play Emrakul. Like I said, I'm not sure playing the Devour really does anything. Yep, so there's the Lotus Field. Shifting, Bounce Land, T West, Beseiju. Why would they not go for Echoing Depths? Yep, yield all. Because now... Oh, I guess they don't need Echoing Depths. They have a second Lotus Field now. Yeah, the second Lotus Field and one Amulet effect and a Shifting Wood, they can just win. Yeah? Because, yeah, now they go for the Aftermath Analyst loop. So, at the very least now, I'm pretty sure they go infinite. They have infinite mana. They have infinite Besajus. They have infinite T West triggers. Yeah, they win. We'll concede. I'll concede. Uh, maybe I should have held the flute. Like the fact that we didn't like they've kept a 5 card hand. We saw a slow start with no amulet effects. So my thought with naming Spelunking on their before their 3 was that way it would delay a potential amulet effect for another 3 turns unless they drew into Vigor. Maybe that was too aggressive at the time. We also were one short of Emrakul for a while there. I don't know. It's hard to say. Yeah, that was an awkward one. The Bajuka Bog, the like escape shift into Bajuka Bog, getting my yard as well, getting me off of the Emrakul is also rough. So maybe they just had the right cards at the right time and we just didn't. Unfortunate. Alright. We'll be back for match number 2. Alright, we're back for match 2 on the draw for game 1. We go you. Actually, no, we can go you. Looks like energy if I had to guess. Yep, that is a Guide of Souls. That is energy. Ice Till looking good. Would love to see a K return or a lab here, I think. Bombardment. K return gets a bit worse now. We'll draw. Speaker. Ooh, speaker good. So we could go Misty Rainforest, speaker, pitch, Emrakul for what at this point? Sire? Would I be looking for Sire 7 Death? Wouldn't be a half bad idea. Right now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Ice Till 6, 7. Yeah, we wouldn't get it until turn 4, but that might be enough. So let's... Do we pitch the Emrakul is the question? This commercial district's kind of dead. Actually, no. Pitching the commercial district makes more sense because we have the Ice Tills follow up next turn. Yeah. Yep. So let's do this. So... You... Speaker ETB, pitch district, grab Sire 7 Death, and pass. Because next turn we can play Misty, Ice Till, and then Talisman into Sire. We'll pass. Okay. We might be able to make this work. Flooded Strand. A Johnny. So now they can sack speaker down to 3. No, they'll still be off unless they sacrifice the Cat Warrior token. Looks like they are going to. Because then a Johnny 2, sack the Cat Warrior token, float the Guide of Soul, hit me for 3. Yeah, okay. Yep, speaker out. But it's done its job, so that's fine. We'll take 4 down to 15. Or not? Really? Why would you not float that? K return. Well, this gets more interesting now. So we have the Misty Rainforest. I think we still want to go after Sire here. Let's fetch down to 17. This is green, that's fine. Go for a forest. Oh, now I'm not sure. Actually. Because let's say a Johnny trigger guide, we then K return sweep, right? That's a thought. what are the chances of us getting to the Sire? So we go to 4, we play the Ice Till, go up to 5. There's no guarantee we get to the 7 for the Sire. So we're going to grab the Forest. I'm going to play the Talisman. And hold the K return, I think. Let's hold the K return. And then we can Ice till next turn, I think. And then we can Sire the turn after. There's Fable. So now they're overextending. I'm still really confused to why they didn't float the guide when they could have. That one perplexes me. Because then a Johnny trigger. Yep. And then in response, we'll K return. And pass. So they'll sack 3, it'll go down to 13. We'll take nothing from the Johnny. Yep, that's fine. We'll draw Gemstone. So I'll play the Ice Till. Play the Misty Rain and mill. Fetch. Stomping Ground tapped. And mill. Commercial District. And mill. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Sanctum to Yard. Actually, we'll go Sanctum top. Just in case we do lose the Ice Till. We'll pass. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We have the Emrakul next turn. So we should be good here. I'm trying to think of a path where they would be able to kill me this turn shy of a Hasty Flage, but currently I don't see it. A Johnny, 1 at me, down to 11, that's fine. And draw Sanctum. So again, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Sanctum trigger. Temple trigger. Keep up the Ghost Quarter so I can strip mine them. Sanctum, K-Return, Emrakul. And this should be GG's. We'll be able to kill the Johnny. Get rid of their Fable. Our Reflection of Kiki Jiki. We can then pick up Discharge, fine. You should have discharged a long time ago. I guess maybe they're holding Discharge for the Sire. That makes a bit of sense, I suppose. Yield all. Elegant Parlor Surveil. Arena of Glory to Yard. Bombardment sack, target me down to 10. Sanctum trigger. We'll say yes. And then we will grab Mycospawn. World Breaker, Devour. There's so many options here. I think I'm actually going to grab Mycospawn. K-Return, no. Yes, so one of the cool things about reflective triggers here for Johnny, someone was asking about a Johnny's 0 loyalty ability. Because it is when you do, if you control a red permanent other than Johnny, he deals damage. Because when it says when you do, there is a reflexive trigger there. So it creates the token. Then you have an opportunity to respond to the reflexive trigger. It is pretty nice. There's Pyro. Guide of Souls. So we can go to main, trigger the reflections of Kiki Jiki. We can play the Pyro. Red, red, white. Play the Pyro. Pyro, pitch the guide. Discharge, Thraben Charm. I don't care about the Discharge as much as I do the Thraben Charm, I suppose. I even care about the Thraben Charm, maybe not. We can then Ajani hit self out, then bombardment target self. I guess, yeah. Do I care about the Discharge? Not really. Do I care about the Thraben Charm? Also not really, but I guess we could get rid of the Johnny of the Discharge. Okay, get rid of a Johnny, but before we do that, 0. The Johnny targets self. Down to 16. And then we can Galvanic Discharge the Johnny. We'll use all the energy. A Johnny down. Then Bombardment, target self. Bombardment, target self. Down to 11. Ghost Quarter, target Elegant Parlor. Yes. Plains. Thraben Charm, cast, exile your yard. And sounds like someone's at my door, so I'm going back in just 1 second. All right, and I'm back. Have a plumber over, doing some work on the sink because the garbage disposal is not working all too well. Let's see here. Ghost Quarter out. Trying to remember what the hell I cut here. Let me take a look at my cyborg guide. That's why I have one, right? Energy. So Rumble out. Emrakul. Put it back like this. Cool. But yeah, there's a crack in the casing of the garbage disposal, so it was leaking, which was less than ideal, to say the least. Hand's workable. We can make this work. I will keep. So we're looking for lab. We're looking for another soul land. Yeah. Lab would probably be the best tier. Is this the Ragavan? It is. Cursed Monkey. We could just take the land here, the gemstone. Might not be the worst idea in the grand scheme. Grab the gemstone. I was hoping for a lot better, but c'est la vie. Play the temple and pass. And pass. We have a K command X1 next turn, if nothing else. They get rid of the Ragavan. Finds an Emrakul. That is our only Emrakul, mind you. Guide of Souls, Ocelot Pride, a Johnny. Triggers. Pretty solid start from opponent. There's our green source. We're short on the K return, though I do think I'll shock this in. And hold up the K command. Go to combat. Let's have him attack and trigger the guide. And then we're going to K command. I'm going to K return next turn, so I'm thinking I'm going to Scrydraw exile the rag. You know, let's Scrydraw exile the rag, and then we'll K return. I guess there was some thought to ramp and exile instead, block the rag or exile the rag. Shifting Woodland is actually a maybe. We're kind of short here on lands. I'm gonna say yes. Top draw, rag down. We'll pass in full, and then we can K return next turn. Discharge, yeah. I was thinking about potentially exiling the cat to avoid exactly that. Though that's not the end of the world, I suppose. We'll draw. Sprawl. Not my favorite draw here, but I think it is fine. Shifting Wood. Sprawl for double green. We'll hold up the K return now. 2, 4, 5. Next turn 6. Short 1 on the Devour. They have 1 card in hand, so this K return should set them back pretty hard. The only red source I'd be really concerned about here would probably be, let's say, Bombardment Moon, I suppose. K return will pass in full. So now they just burn through some energy. Second guy to Johnny trigger, gain some energy. We'll draw. Myco. Surgical Extraction, interesting. Hits the K return, that's fine. 2, 4, 5, 6. We could kick the Myco. And then set up the Devour to get rid of the Johnny, would be my thought. Draw. Nope. Second main. Gemstone. Is kicking beneficial here? Yes. Yes, it is, actually. Because that does generate a red permanent. Myco kick. Hit you. And then Temple setup for the Johnny exile. And pass. I suppose we theoretically could have grabbed Lab. In retrospect, actually, maybe not even grabbing a color source would have been correct to avoid the potential for a Charm-Off, but I don't think it's going to matter. A Johnny, trigger, they can float a creature. They're going to need to hold back blockers for the Johnny, though. So they float the cat. That's fine. We'll take 4 down to 8. End step, draw. Sprawl. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. Sprawl's fine. We could rumble here to start. Let's rumble to start. Speaker, Lab, grab. Have we played a lane for turn? We have not. We'll grab Lab. Lab. No imprint. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Play the Talisman. And the reason why I didn't want to whatchamacallit, play the Sprawls, I want something to pitch the Speaker next turn. A Johnny down. And Shifting Woodland. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So no attacks, because this should now mean that next turn we can Speaker, pitch, play, sire. Yes, we should be good. Yep, take 4 down to 4. It's not great, but it's palatable. End step, 1 in hand. Lab. 2/4/7. Speaker. Pitch sprawl. Grab sire. Cast sire. Pass. We can go to combat question mark. You're swinging for 9, push him down to 12. I have lethal on board, 15. I'm gonna have options here. I'm trying to think of. I mean, if they have discharge, we lose regard. I guess no, discharge would not, because we block. They discharge it, so I don't gain lifelink. This would be 4. Well, this would be 3, 4, 5. If they have the way of float, then it wouldn't matter. So we block, we block. I'm just trying to think here what the potential out is. I think we're good to attack with Devour. They block. And we'll pass. Does Sire get us the win? Paying cost for... I'm trying to think of what their out would be. No, I think this should be fine now. We'll draw. Second Sire. So let's go to combat and Alpha Strike. Blocks Devour. Sure. The second Sire should pretty much lock it up. Down to 14. Down to 12. Second main. Second Sire, and we pass. And that should be GG's. Because not even a hasty flage would do the trick. Paying cost for Wrath of God of all things. That's wild. We'll draw. I was not expecting Wrath of God. That was purely unexpected. Well, that's fine. We have Shifting Woodland, doing Shifting Woodland things. Swing in, down to 5, lethal's on board. They draw a card. We're at 18. We're out of lethal range of even a hasty flage. There's Ocelot Pride. There's a Johnny. So we can get rid of a Johnny. Oh. Can we just win here? Yes. If I go Shifting Woodland, target Sire. No, we can't. Because Ocelot Pride has lifelink, right? So we would need to... We kill a Johnny, then they block, they're down to 1. I guess we're still going to just go this route regardless. They want a Johnny flip, be my guest, right? Attack. And they don't block the Johnny. then we heat the Ocelot Pride and win. So Johnny triggers and opponent scoops it up. GG's. Solid. Yeah, that Wrath of God was quite unexpected, to say the least. I did not envision that being a card in their sideboard at all. But solid win. We'll be back for match number 3. Alright, we're back for match 3 on the play for game 1. I will keep. Bit of a slow start, but that Rumble on 2 is looking pretty nice. I want to play Temple first, maybe? Opponent looking down to 6. Opponent supposedly on mill. Down to 5. I'm hoping they're in fact not on mill. That would be kind of miserable. Reveals Devour. Well, that doesn't look like mill to me. Let's play the Temple and pass. Well, we'll get a good sense of what they're playing in just a second here. What's your plan, opponent? Playing E-Ramp. Okay. There's Sprawl. Second Temple. So in that case, we're going to go Temple Talisman. And then kick Maiko on 3. Two for Rumble. Talisman. Land. Fetch. Stomping. Shock 17. Rumble. Okay, so this is the KGC version. Chooses KGC. We draw. Lab. So we could lab Ugin. Is there a benefit of doing so? Lab Ugin, pull a green source for Rumble? Might not be a bad idea. Lab Ugin, Maiko kick. Maiko kick, hit the forest, sprawl out, 4 types in yard. Grab a forest. I actually should grab a fetch here. Yep, grab a fetch. Fetch for a forest. Rumble. Ice Till. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8, 5. Let's grab Temple then. Actually, no, we'll be short on the green source, won't we? So in that case, let's grab the Ice Till. And pass. So we need a land for Karn. Yeah, we should be fine. Rumble, take 2. It will pass in full. I imagine I choose the lab here, if I had to guess. There's the lab. Surveil. We draw. So again, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Give me one sec, be right back. Alright, and we're back. Plumber just was letting me know that they are done for the day. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, which means that we can then go speaker pitch and to Maiko kick. That is a thought here. Yes, let's go speaker. pitch. Myco. Let's go forest. Myco kick Bajuka Bog. Because they're getting awkwardly close to Emrakul. And at that point, go to combat, swing with Myco. And pass. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We can Ugin next turn. If they Karn dies. Another Rumble. They find the Myco. That might be a bit too late for them. Plays Wooded Foothill. So chooses Wooded Foothill. We'll draw. Breaker. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So we can play Ice Till, Temple Mill, Breaker. I suppose we can just filter a Speaker, but I don't really feel the need to here. Breaker break. And we'll go Commercial District. Mill Rumble, Lab to Yard. Let's go to combat. Wooded Foothill fetch. And we'll attack with the Mycos. Holding back Speaker so we can untap the Ugin Lab if needed. Lab, do Imprint. I suppose you could grab Bridge. There's Karn. Karn minus for Bridge. Yep, there's Bridge. That is fine. Yep. Let's go to end step. Untap Lab. Return Ugin to hand. We'll draw. K command. Ooh, K command's funny. I can draw them a card. And then hit down Karn. That might be the right move, but we also can just go for Breaker at this point. So let's ramp and Scry draw. I guess let's first go Wooded Foothill, fetch, forest, mill, and I suppose lab and puddle scooped up. Okay. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day here... Oh, there's the Breaker. Yep, so we really saw the Breaker off the Ice Till. We then Breaker break and win. Cool. Otherwise, we could always just draw them a card and hit down Karn and put them into a tough spot. So this is Eldrazi Ramp versus Eldrazi Ramp. Good stuff. Alright. So, sideboard-wise here, normally I would not bring in Heat, but because of the addition of Karn, we should. Bajuka Bog, yes. Ghost Squirter, yes. Tremata Rumble. There's also some thought to Flute. Flute is a thought as well. Because, of course, we can... I guess they shouldn't have Ice Still if they're playing Karn. But Flute naming Karn's pretty good. Drop 6. If that was a third Speaker, I think we'd keep the Speaker potentially. Ice Still's fine. Ugin's not doing too much, but neither is Devour. Ugin's doing a little bit more by comparison, but Devour lets us dig. So let's drop the Ugin. Bajuka Bog's good. Ghost Quarter's good. Yeah, we're back like this. He's decent. There's a turn 2 speaker. So there we go. Turn 1, turn 2, we imprint, we keep. Opponent reveals Devour, we reveal Devour, we pass. So we speaker on 2. We'll have 3, 4, 5. Would love to see another Soul Land or a Sprawl maybe. That way we could kick Maiko on 3 would be the thought. Sprawl, land. Temple, trigger. There's the Sprawl. We'll take the Sprawl. Forest, Sprawl. Double green would make sense. We'll go green. Pass. And pass. Stomping Ground, Shock 18 for Rumble. Choose the land. Chooses Talisman. We'll draw. There's the Maiko. In that case... I almost wish that we had the red source instead of the green. The thought behind the green is we could draw into the ice still, but maybe the red would have been better, so we could have heated the spawn. We could Maiko spawn and go Ghost Quarter to keep him off of the kicked Maiko. It's not a bad idea. Imprint Devour. Alternatively, we could pitch, or we could play Speaker, and we could pitch the Commercial District. And I guess we could still be short on the Maiko by 1, though. Yeah, let's go Maiko. Not kicked. Yield all. Grab Ghost Quarter. And Ghost Quarter the Temple and pass. Next turn we can Speaker for Ice Tail, potentially. Labs. They would have had the kicked Maiko then. Devour. Talisman. Sprawls. Mana neutral. There's Karn. I don't imagine you Karn minus here. I was about to say Karn plus makes more sense. We'll draw. There's Speaker. So, yeah, I really wish I had a red source here instead of the double green. Let's go to combat to start. Attack Karn. Down to 3. I will cast Speaker. Speaker pitch Speaker at this point. It's probably correct. Speaker pitch Speaker. We could go for Ice Till if they try and go for, let's say, Bridge. We have the Breaker in hand. Alternatively, we can go Maiko Spawn and kick next turn. Is also an option. I guess getting to double green might be troublesome if they do go for the liquid metal coating, but that wouldn't make much sense. Let's go for the Maiko. Commercial District Surveil. Wooded Foothill Top is not a bad idea here in that case. And we'll pass. And pass. Land. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Paying cost 4. breaker, break a land. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're short on hitting the breaking through the breaker then. If they minus Karn, we can heat Karn. If they plus it, we'll have to attack in. They do minus Karn for liquid metal coating. They do. It is a dangerous play, if I'm being honest. So in that case, we don't need to try and attack through the breaker. We can instead go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Karn would be 13 if they had the Emrakul. So in that case, I'm thinking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can start by heat target Karn. Karn down. Wooded Foothill fetch for a forest. Tap, untap. Myco spawn, yield all. Bajuka Bog, target you. No attacks. And we'll pass. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 land gets us the breaker. Plays Wooded Foothills. They would have had the mana for Emrakul. Yes, Butter. Emrakul. Hi, Bud. Hi. No attacks. Makes sense. We'll draw. Liquid Metal hits board. K command's pretty good. Can't do too much with it right now. Goes again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 short breaker. We'll just hold them. No attacks. Return, Devour to hand, fetch, surveil, stomping ground tapped, sure. What you doing, Butter? What, you trying to come up on the table? Butter's trying to help, apparently. Yeah, are you helping? You can jump up if you want, but not gonna be doing too much. Okay. Hello. No, you can't have my water. Speaker. Hi, sir. I can't see through your tail. You might be a pain, but you don't make a good window. No, you might be a pain, but you don't make a good window, bud. You can lay there. That's fine. You can purr into the mic if you want. I'm sure people will love it. Yes, we are going to flow, untap. Okay, don't push the mic though. You can't do that. You can purr into it. Just don't push it. Devour trigger will resolve. Okay. No push. No push. You can purr. Okay. He's having fun. What are you doing? No, don't push that either. I haven't done all of my wire management yet, so there's still wires about, and he's all for all the wires. Okay, are you done being a nuisance? Alright, let's K command, ramp and scry draw. Okay, don't push my monitors either, bud. These are in a specific spot so we can see all of them pretty well. Is this what's going to be having a child at some point? Because I swear. X equals 4. Okay, you cannot have my water. Stop going after my water. You nuisance. Okay, don't try and knock that over either. Stop. Rumble Sire Ugin. Ugin's not bad here. We have access to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Rumble's also appealing. So we hit you. So I think we do want Rumble. Maybe want Ugin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10, 4, 7. Okay, so I have an idea here. So top, 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 top draw. I don't imagine you'll attack. Maybe you will, though. You will, that's fine. We'll take the 5. Down to 14, we'll draw. So confirming one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10. Oh, I did my math wrong. Shoot. I did my math wrong. In that case, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes. Well, I did and didn't. Okay. So lab imprint breaker. Ugin exile sprawl. Ugin plus draw. And pass. There isn't do much else. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They're short on Emrakul. Next turn we can Breaker, we can Rumble, we can draw. Yeah, I definitely messed up my math there. I was off by 1. You'll attack. You have to attack Ugin, otherwise you lose. Go to blocks. We block and block and block. Devour down. Ugin sticks. Second main. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 3 short. What you doing, buddy? What? What? K command. Ramp scry draw target self. Interesting. Yeah, butter. Interesting. So that's going to mean 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So they definitely have Emrakul mana now, is the problem. 2 top, 4 bottom, and passing we draw. Rumble. Let's start with the Rumble. There's Ice till Emrakul. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We go Emrakul. And we will cast Emrakul now. 1, 2. Ugin trigger. Target nothing. And at this point, I can, in fact, plus Ugin draw. Because we're going to do some fun shenanigans with World Breaker. Flute. Flute makes that so much better. Cool. End step. You should sack your spawns. Paying cost. What are you paying your cost for here? Maybe another K command? Yep, K command X4 is fine. Because yeah, we can swing. So we hold the flute because we have the spawns at the ready. So depending on what we see out their top, which they're now manipulating with K command, we can name whatever we need. We have perfect knowledge right now. 1 top, 3 bottom draw. And then we're going to be able to attack the World Breaker into Emrakul and then sack their lands to the World Breaker while it's on the stack. So that's going to be fun as well. Okay. Sacking 4 is this another K command? Interesting if so. No, just sacking the spawns. That makes sense. There's the Emrakul. That's fine. We draw. There's Devour. That's fine. We go to main. Begin of combat. We attack with Breaker. We block Breaker. Second main. We're going to hold priority. So we go 1, and opponent scoops it up. Yep, so we had perfect knowledge there, so we saw the Emrakul. So even if we still feared the Emrakul after going through the Breaker line, we were then going to be able to flute name Emrakul, right? And they would have been able to do anything about it. We then, from there, activate Breaker 1, 2, 3. So they had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we could activate Breaker 2 times, right? Activate Breaker 2 times, sacrificing 2 of their lands. So that would have put them down to a -2. So even if the 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, they still would have been 3 short. We then play Flute name Emrakul just to basically make certain that they can't play it. Solid wins. Alright, we'll be back for match number 3. Alright, and we're back for match number 4 on the draw for game 1. Okay, well, I was hoping that you were on energy, and here you are revealing Devour of Destinies. That's not cool, friend. That's not cool. So, looks like another mirror match. Utopia Sprawl. Yeah, if this was energy, my thought was that we were in a good spot with this K return, but no such luck. There's the Ghost Quarter. We could hit the Stomping Ground now. Oh, I hate this so much. Yeah. We'll pass. Set you back. Because the worst case scenario here is if they are on the Karn version that we just died a Karn onto. So we actually do have to keep them off of 4. Unfortunately, even though it means that we're playing like a full turn behind now. Misty Rain, pass. If we can get this Ice Tail on board, though, we're in a good spot. Temple, do you have a Myco spawn? Speaker good. Speaker pitching. Devour for Myco. Yeesh. So likely we'll be able to Myco kick next turn. Commercial District Surveil. Temple top. And draw. I will play the Temple for the K Command X1. You do have the Myco kick. Yep, we knew that much. Yep, there's the Myco kick, targeting the Temple. We'll float. Lab. Are you going to imprint? Interesting. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2 for a talisman, I guess. Speaker untap Rumble. Yup. Yeesh. Yeah, good start. Not a great Rumble find, but good start by opponent. Choose Lab. And Rampant Scry draw. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, so it doesn't matter if I get rid of the spawn or not. Devour to bottom draw. Breaker pass. We'll draw Talisman. I'll play the Talisman and pass. And pass. And there's not much else I can do here. We just kind of have to hope for the best. But if they have an Emrakul, they win. And there it is. Yep, we'll concede. We good. All right. So we didn't really get to see which version of Eldrazi Ramp this is. As we saw Speaker, we didn't see Ice Till or Karn. And the unfortunate thing is, since we don't know whether or not they have Karn, I don't know if I need to bring in Heat or Flute. At the very least, K-Return is out. Gemstone out. But I think Flute and Heat alone could be fine. Flute's also a consideration. I'll bring in at least one Flute. I'll also bring in both. Got the Ugin. Yeah, we'll just do this. It's fine. It'd be better if I knew whether or not they're on Karn. The early Ghost Quarter is kind of awkward, right? Because if they were on the Karn version, the problem is that I get absolutely locked out if they play a Karn on 2. Whereas I might have a little bit more leeway if they stumble as a result of the early Ghost Quarter. So it's kind of hard to say. I was playing around the potential. Any other way has kind of burned me. This hand looks nice, though. I'll play Temple and pass. And pass. Would love to see a Myco spawn. Surveil. Piece it on top. We'll draw. Heat. And pass. And hold. Ancient Stirrings. I do not agree with using that card in this deck. I do not like Ancient Stirrings in this deck at all. The casting window on it is just so awkward with the rest of the deck, unfortunately. Like, the best turn you played is a turn 1, and that's a Ghost Quarter. You shouldn't Ghost Quarter now. No, that is an outright mistake. They should not have Ghost Quartered there. Have a Forest. Yep, that was a huge mistake on their part, honestly. Not while I'm clearly representing K command mana. Should not have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, we could. So Talisman bottom. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6, 4, 3. So I'm thinking we go normal bottom, speaker top, draw, pass, draw, temple. So in that case, I can go Windswept Teeth, fetch for a forest. Cast Ice Till, Windswept Teeth, mill, fetch for a forest, mill, speaker, pitch, temple, grab Myco, and pass. And pass. Because now we get to kick Myco and Ghost Quarter loop. I suppose you could K command X1. But we can hit the temple phase change before they get the possibility of hitting the Ghost Quarter. So we should be good. This should just be GG's, I think. Bang cost 4. K command. That's my temple, that's fine. Ugin. So we will tap. We will untap. We will kick. Myco kick. They should only be playing 3 basics. Ghost Quarter. Mill. Ghost Quarter. And bones it up, we'll take the win. Cool. Because, yeah, then we can Ghost Quarter 3 times there and leave them with just one basic left. Good stuff. Go to sideboard, bring in the gemstone, trim the rumble, run it back. We still didn't get much more information on what version they're playing, whether it's Ice Till or Karn, etc. Well, this hand's awkward. If that Shifting Woodline was a forest proper, this hand would be gas, but as it stands, it's a bit awkward. It is still keepable, though, so we'll say yes. Keep, yes. Pitch Emrakul, pass. Slumming Ground, Shock 18 for Stirrings. Sprawl. Okay, I would love to see either a Soul Land or a Forest, I think. That works. So fetch. We can Surveil. Ice Till, top. Sprawl. Green. And pass. And pass. So next time we can Ice Till, Lab Imprint. Imprint's Emrakul, paying cost 4, Speaker Pitch, Shifting for Ice Till. So they're on the Ice Till version. We'll draw, play Shifting, cast Ice Till. Well, do we play the Ice Till? I think we do. Play the Ice Till. Mill, Sanctum, and pass. Currently we have 5, 6, 7 mana, so we can play the Sire next turn. And we can play Sire next turn as it currently stands. This K command's kind of dead, though, which is a bit awkward. Did they play their Ice Till? It does look like it. Untap. That's unfortunate. This might be a kicked Myco. Because why untap that right now? That's 5. Ghost Quarter. Tap, kicked Myco. So I can take out my commercial district, but why wouldn't they just go for the Ice Till and then the Ghost Quarter loop, right? K Command X4, I see. Yeah, that does work. There's no reason for me to fetch right now. That will resolve. Yeah, that K command was pretty brutal. We'll fetch, Stomping Ground tapped, and draw. Interesting. So we have Myco spawn. We can make this work. Okay. I'd love to have been able to kick a Myco. Unfortunately, we're one short. So we can instead play Myco, yield all, temple, and hold the K command. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. They actually do have Emrakul next turn is the problem. If they Ghost Quarter target the Stomping Ground, we're going to have to K command their yard. Keep them off the Emrakul. You need to have Emrakul in hand. I don't think they can return Emrakul is the biggest thing. There's Myco kick. Yep. Kicking the temple. We'll float. You should phase change before you even consider the Ghost Quarter. Speaker, untap, that will resolve. Yeah, they really should have phase changed here to drain my mana pool. Okay, so they've realized that too. So how do you want to proceed here? We have to cast this. So we ramp and scry draw. And done. Heat. We'll have 3 types in yard, so we don't have delirium. Bottom, draw Myco, pass. And here comes the Ice Till. And I'm not sure if they played a land for turn. 4 types. They have not, so they get to do it 3 times now. Yep. The thing is, by them doing it 3 times here means I can Bojuka Bog them. They should have held it on board on that last one. They got a bit too aggressive, in my opinion. We'll draw. We still have Bojuka Bog, right? Yeah. So, Myco Spawn, Yield All, Bojuka Bog, target you and pass. Yeah, they should have held the last Ghost Quarter to avoid this exact situation. Because now we just took Emrakul offline, and we have also taken the Ghost Quarter loop offline. Some cards out of yard, that's unfortunate, but at the end of the world. Ancient Stirrings. What did they find? K command. Tap on tap. So now they're building up their yard again for this Emrakul, unfortunately. K command X4. So they'll have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So they have Emrakul next turn as it currently stands, and that is a problem. 2 top, 2 bottom draw. They already have Myco in yard, or a creature in yard, so this is fine by me. We'll trade. I have no reason not to. We'll draw. Temple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 short of the Myco kick. But I think we still have Ghost Quarter left, don't we? We do. So we can go Temple, Speaker, Pitch, Sire, grabs Myco, cast, Yield All, grabs Ghost Quarter, target, take the Emrakul offline unless they have one in hand. Finds a forest, triggers the Ice Till, mills a Rumble. No reason to attack, we'll pass. And pass. Next turn we have Sire. Temple, mill Heat. 1 card in hand. Did they play that Temple from hand? Why wouldn't they play the Lab first? Interesting. Unless they have that Emrakul in hand. They do. Damn. No, maybe not. Might be another K command. But you could have went for 1 more land, but now if they find Emrakul off the top, we're in trouble. feel like they also should have held up a green source between Speaker and Myco instead of tapping down all the green sources. I mean, yeah, like I said, they find an Emrakul, it's promote GG's. One top 9 bottom draw. They have the Emrakul mana. Oh, I guess, yeah, they can untap with Speaker. Right. Stirrings. Stirrings takes another 5 deep, finds the Emrakul. And they do have the Emrakul mana. We're not necessarily dead yet. Like, they can attack in. We get an extra draw. They can't do anything about the Sire. Lab Mill. Sprawl to Yard. I guess I should sack the spawn, be responsible. Yep, so all they should really do here is attack in with Speaker and block. That's all they should really do here. Tag with Speaker, block, then pass. Sure. You can imprint? Does that change the math? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, it doesn't change the math at all. So I don't know why you would play my lab for me. That's extra mana potentially for Emrakul. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. What are you doing? You can't Shifting Woodland. I don't have Delirium. Yep. I do not have Delirium, friend. So your best play here is attacking with the Speaker. You should not have played Lab, let alone Imprinted. So yep, attacking with Speaker, if you get the Emrakul. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Too short. So if you find a Rumble into Emrakul, that is a potential out. I still do not have Delirium. I only have 2 types in Yard. It says it there very clearly. You should return that Sire to hand. Okay, you did not. We'll draw. Lab. Yeah, we'll return Sire to hand. Siren pass. No attacks. And pass. I mean, you can attack if you want. I'm okay with that. It'll push me down to 15 or 5. We'll go up to 12, which means we'll have to block next turn as it currently stands. Mill Speaker. I don't know why you're playing lands at this point. You can play everything in your deck. You have no reason to mill potential threats at this point, I don't think. Yep, we'll take it. We'll draw. Talisman. I will play the Talisman. Go to combat. Attack with Sire. Up to 12. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We're still short. I'll pass. So now you'll attack. This time we'll block. We'll block. We'll go up to 13. Which means there's lethal on board. So I either need to get the Shifting Woodland or I need another blocker. Emrakul would be the best case scenario. We'll draw. Reverting Catacomb does not get us there. Commercial District's already in Yard. I will concede. Unfortunate. Alright. We'll be back for match number 5. Alright. Enter back for match 5 on the draw for game 1. Hand's a bit risky. We're playing the numbers. We have 19 hits off top for an untapped land on our first draw. And if we hit that, we have a pretty gas hand. If we find a temple would be the absolute best find here. So gemstone, pitch a rumble, and pass. All right, let's see. We find the temple. Like I said, any untapped land will do, but temple would be the best case scenario for sure. Sheoldred's Edict. Could this be mill? We'll draw. Okay, command. We whiff. We pass. So basically, we just play the gemstone. Like, basically, we're on the play the gemstone as a 5-color land on 1. So now we're hoping for a land here. Second draw, temple. All right, we found our temple, just a turn late. Rumble. Colors, sewers, ice till, temple, and pass. I mean, this still kicked Maiko on 3, so I mean, it worked out in the grand scheme. Legistrand fetch 19. My current concern is that this is mill, if I'm being honest. Paying cost for consult the star charts. Looking more and more like Wan Shi Tong. Yeah, looking more like Wan Shi Tong if that's the case. So I might want to hold up the K commands. Field of Ruin. Yep, there's a Field of Ruin. They want a Field of Ruin before the Wan Shi Tong, though. 1, 2, 3. We'd be short on the Maiko. So definitely Wan Shi Tong. There's the field. I can type sometimes when my hands are not frozen. Yeah, that resolves. Grab a forest. And pass. So they can't play Wan Shi Tong right now. I have 3 K commands, Jesus. I am thinking we could Maiko Spawn now to play around the Wan Shi Tong. That might not be the worst idea. Otherwise, we could Speaker. Both of them search, right? I kind of like the idea of going... The question is, do we even want to Speaker pitch? If Speaker resolves, do we even want to pitch a card is my question. Like right now, I'm not certain we do. So I might just go Maiko Spawn no kick. And just ramp, honestly. Have to play around Wan Shi. So we'll go Temple. This allows for K command X1 if needed. We hold. Another Field of Ruin, be my guest. We'll float. Resolve. For a forest. Let's bait out a counterspell. We're gonna K command X1 here. Done. Show me the counterspell. I know you have it. It resolves. I mean, that's our land for turn. If we go Windswept Teeth. Yep, we'll take the Windswept Teeth. We could try and bait out the Wan Shi Tong with Windswept. Pachuca Bog. I don't think Wan Shi Tong plays Murktide or Oculus. I'm not too pressed there. Let's see if we can bait out the Wan Shi Tong on the fetch, but let's first go to combat. Attacking with the Maiko. Down to 16. Windswept Teeth we're going to fetch. See if they want to play the Wan Shi Tong in response. Yep. Perfect. Wan Shi Tong ETBs. In response, the trigger, we're going to Scry Draw Exile. Do you want to Ramp Exile? Let's Ramp Exile here, actually. And done. Do you have a force? Wan Shi Tong down. Fetch will resolve. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can go to 6. Let's grab a forest. Actually, I probably should grab the Stomping Ground in retrospect. Let's start with Rumble. There's Myco. There's Devour. Let's grab Devour Myco. I'm gonna grab a Myco. And then let's play Myco or Speaker. Let's go Speaker. Speaker, pitch the Bog. And let's grab Ice Till. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We could grow Emrakul. That's also a thought. What do we have in Yard right now? Yeah, let's go Emrakul. Go Emrakul and pass. And hold. We could try and bait out Wan Shi Tong again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 minus 6 would be 3. So we wouldn't be able to kick and bait out the Wan Shi Tong. We'd be able to do one or the other right now. So we could ramp no kick and then hold for the Wan Shi Tong. Yes, we could do that. I'm kind of down for that. Just try and bait out these Wan Shi Tongs and set up for a Shifting Woodland play. One has 5 cards in hand. Bane cost 4. Shieldred's Edict. We'll sacrifice the Myco Spawn, that's fine. Keep the Speaker alive. Plays a Polluted Delta, passes. So they still have the Wan Shi Tong mana. We'll draw. They, of course, could have Wan Shi Tong. They could have Subtlety. If they have a Subtlety here, do I care? Not really, but they could have a counterspell. Yeah. So let's play around the Wan Shi Tong then. So we untap 1, 2, 3, 4. We play the Myco. Yield all. You have the Wan Shi Tong. X equals 1. Show me the Wan Shi Tong. Paying cost. There's the Wan Shi Tong. In response to the trigger, we're untapping. And we're going to Ramp in Exile or Scry Draw Exile. We'll Ramp in Exile again. Exile the Wan Shi Tong. And done. Wan Shi Tong down. Make the spawns. Wan Shi Tong triggers. No draws. And I'm going to grab a Shifting Woodland. And we'll pass. Cool. Yeah, no, once I've started to understand the play patterns of Wan Shi Tong more, this matchup has become infinitely easier. Like, it just really comes down to, if you have interaction, you need to hold it and just play assuming they always have the Wan Shi Tong. Be able to push to Yard, that's fine. They sometimes play Bowmaster, I should hold instead of passing in full. But I'll scoop it up. We'll take the win, though. Solid stuff. Okay. For Wan Shi Tong, do I have that on my list? I do not. I need to update my sideboard guide at some point here. Let me take a look at a Wan Shi Tong list real quick. This mouse is so loud. I found my old mouse, which I've been searching for a while, but it is, the scroll wheel is just abhorrently loud. Wan Shi Tong, Wan Shi Tong. Is it under Demir mid-range right now? Come on. Open link. Thank you. Kind of, yeah. Like, there's some thought to Vexing Bauble. Heat's good because it hits Kaido. Harbinger into side. Like, K-Return's definitely out. Bajuka Bog's out. They play like 3 basics, so we don't necessarily need Ghost Quarter, but they sometimes play Break the Ice. Trimmer Rumble. How many forces do you play? 2. We could trim an Ugin. We just bring in this member. We don't need to necessarily worry about Psychic Frog, though you see some versions do run Psychic Frog. So maybe that's where a Flute could be beneficial. Again, Vexing Bauble's a consideration for subtlety, but I'm not too pressed on that. I think we could just run it back like this and be fine, honestly. Yeah, let's do that. Hand's a bit rough unless I find a 7-minute value spell off top. We have 10 hits. Utopia Sprawl would also help a little bit. It's workable. Sure, we'll keep it. Not my favorite hand, but it's workable. I want to fetch right away to play around the Wan Shi Tong. Talisman. Let's fetch now, play around Wan Shi. Stomping Ground tapped and pass. Fledgestrand fetch 19. Surveil. Yeah, playing around Wan Shi Tong is just, it's such a strange, like, change of pace of how you normally would play. Forest. We'll play the Forest, play the Talisman and pass. You want to counter it? Spell Snare is fine. Sure. We'll pass. Watery Grave, we'll draw. 6. Funny enough, 6 actually is pretty good here. I will start with Talisman. Paying cost for Counterspell. Commercial District Surveil. Cyrus 7 Death to top and pass. And pass. Field of Ruin. No reason to really play the Field of Ruin right now. There's Sire. We could lab for the K command and put Sire underneath. It's not my favorite play. Alternatively, we could Myco spawn, play into the Wan Shi Tong X2, which is also not my favorite play. Let's play the lab here. Let's imprint Sire. Yes. Alright, where was I? Oh yeah, debating whether or not I want to hold up the K command or Myco Spawner 6. I think I just hold up the K command. I think that's probably right. If they want to Field of Ruin here on end step, that's fine. It's Wan Shi Tong. Wan Shi Tong will enter. We K command, we ramp, we exile. Exile the Wan Shi Tong. X equals 3. Do you have a force? And we'll pass. Yeah, so for those who may have caught it, yeah, 6 I accidentally kept in my deck. That's supposed to be a third speaker, and I just 1000% just forgot about it. Okay, so you have another Wan Shi Tong. Criminy. Another one. Field. Yep. Field all. And then Forest. Wan Shi Tong triggers. There's a 2/2. That's fine. We draw. So I don't exactly want to play the Myco spawn here. So instead I'm thinking about playing 6. Yeah, I suppose we could, because I don't want to grow the Wan Shi Tong. Funny enough, 6 here actually is helpful. Do you have a subtlety? No subtlety. We could play the talismans. There's some genuine thought to doing so. I guess I could. I'm not sure if Ghost Quarter is really doing much here, but we could play that. Play Ghost Quarter, pitch Lab, play the Talisman, so that we have more color sources underneath Harbinger. This is a thought. Sure. Play Ghost Quarter, cast Talisman, pitch Lab, pass. It is a bit funny that like 6 right now is actually going to do a lot of work for me. Well, I should again hold in case of Bowmasters. Scouting Tarn, paying cost for Shieldred's Edict, 6 is down, Rude is rude. Wan Shi Tong connects. 3 cards in hand we draw. There is a temple. What are the chances of them having a consign? Also, how many basics do they normally run? Certainly like a 2-2 split. So I wonder if we... No. I mean, like, we could definitely Ghost Quarter their island, but it doesn't change the math at all. I'll kick the Myco. Not what I want to be doing right now. Should I keep the Temple in hand? Yes, I should. Kick Myco. And kick Sewers. Do you have consign? Because what I'd love to search for here is a Shifting Wood. There's the consign. Hello? Oh, that trigger. Always yield that. And we'll just hold at this point. So it looks like they're... I'm surprised that they decided to counter the search trigger. I felt like they would have probably wanted to draw a card there, but I guess they don't feel the need to. Interesting. Because, yeah, if we could find our Shifting Woodland and then Shifting Woodland 6 and replay the Myco, that'd be great. Or even replay the 6 off of the Myco. Wan Shi Tong connects down to 15, 2 cards in hand, and sub draw. Rumble's not bad here. Rumble resolves. There's Speaker, there's Myco. Interesting. So we could see both Speaker and Myco are going to activate Wan Shi Tong regardless, right? Let's grab the Myco. 7 types in yard. 1, 2, 3, 4. Leaving back 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. No kick. Do you has another consign? You do not. We're going to grab the Shifting Woodland. Trigger the Wan Shi Tong. You draw a card. I do not want to play this E-Temp. I want to hold it for 6 next turn, ideally. I'm going to hold. Yeah, this is one of the matchups where 6 definitely shines for sure. Surveil. Puts it into yard. Orcish Bowmaster resolves. You ping a spawn. You will ping me. Interesting. Okay. Try to see what my best plays are right now. Because we can block the Wan Shi Tong with 6. Do we need to? Not necessarily. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's a lot going on here. Because we could block the Wan Shi Tong, sure, but then it dies to Bowmaster, which I don't like. We'll take the 3. I think that's probably correct. Just to avoid the potential blowout. We'll draw. Breaker. Breaker is fantastic. So in that case, we're just going to go for the breaker play. And I suppose go 1, 2. Breaker break, hit the sewer. Shifting Woodland still online. And now we have a blocker for the Wan Shi Tong. Granted, they don't have a counterspell, consign, or subtlety. Paying cost for subtlety? What is this? Wan Shi Tong, X equals 5. Legend rule. I mean, they would need to have found a subtlety. Alright. So it's not big enough to attack through the Myco. Or rather, attack through the breaker. I do wonder if maybe I should have attacked with the Myco last turn. There's some thought to that. They could attack if they have a Bowmaster, but it doesn't look like they do. Cyrus 7 death is pretty good. Sire to Sire resolve. Again, you'd need subtlety. There's a subtlety, okay. Yield all, we'll put that on top. No attacks. Fetch down to 14. We're just going to continue to cast the Sire off the top. As it stands, unless they can make me search, they can't attack reasonably. Paying cost for consult. So that is a dig 7, pull 2. That's a bit awkward. I do wonder if maybe there is some merit in holding up the Ghost Quarter and Ghost Quartering my own land in response to a field, yeah. I do wonder if there is some merit in that. The question is, what do you field? Because the Shifting Woodland's probably pretty appealing. However, Consult the Star Charts is a good card. Dig 7, pull 2 for 4. Not bad at all. I remember when people are talking about that too during spoiler season, like, Oh, it's not as good as what the fresh card is it? It's the other one. The like the 4 mana dig whatever. Hit the temple. Force me to search. Shells away the sire. Trade the Wan Shi Tong. I drop the 5. You would like there's no reason for you not to attack this turn. There is some thought to me. Actually, no, you should not attack because I can now Shifting Woodland for 6. Yep, so we're going to Shifting Woodland, targeting 6. Go to blocks. We block and block. Wan Shi Tong down. We'll take 3 down to 8. They left the breaker. Really? Interesting. We'll draw. Stomping Ground, not doing much. We'll just keep that in hand. I don't know what to do right now. Like, I can't really be too aggressive here. I think that's not the pass. I think I just have to pass. Is that so, Butter? Is that what you think? We could technically Ghost Quarter an island, I suppose. They should be out of basics, I think, at this point. Pain cost. Kaido. Shoot. Because now they can tap down the breaker. Yep, breaker's tapped down, which means now they can attack the subtlety pretty freely. We're going to go down to 5. Which means I can't really attack then. Rumble. Press X to doubt that this resolves, but let's try. It resolves. Wild. We'll grab the Emrakul. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Emrakul. Do you have Consign to Memory? Pain cost. There's Consign. So the TLDR here is I die because if I attack Kaido, I die. If I don't attack, they tap down Micah Spawn, I die. So I'll concede. Let's go to game 3. That was a very long game too. Alright, so we're going to want to take Gemstone out, Rumble in, run it back. Memory Deluge. That was the card I was thinking of. That was what Consult was being compared to. I just found very funny. When comparing Consult and Memory Deluge, like, yes, they look very similar, but Consult just scales over the entire game, where Memory Deluge does not. Yeah, Kaido's a good card. It definitely is underrated. Like, planeswalkers that are creatures are just very good in general, but the reason why they don't see as much play because oftentimes they're vulnerable to creature removal, which means like, oh, why would I play my planeswalker as a creature if it can just get hit by creature removal, right? But Kaido has hexproof, and hexproof is good. Who would have thunk? Hexproof, ward, good keywords. All right. Well, let's see if we can get the 3-2 record at the end of 5 here. It's going to come down to this. Being on the play will definitely help things. I generally do think that there may have been some thought to holding up the Ghost Quarter because of exactly what happened with that field effect. Because I desperately wanted that Sire on top. So if I would have Ghost Quartered my own land in response to their field, they would have lost the field. We would have had the option to not search. We would have had the sire. It may have been the right call. Hard to say. We can keep this. We can fetch and surveil. I guess we didn't have to fetch right then and there. We'll put that to yard. We'll pass. And pass. Island passing draw. Emrakul. I guess we should get our fetches out of the way now, though. Fetch. Stomping Ground Shock. And Rumble. You have a Spell Snare. You do. We'll pass. And pass. So that's potential Wan Shi Tong. I will start with a Rumble. Counterspell. Wool. Wooded Foothill. Fetch. Play a Forest. And pass. There's actually maybe some thought of holding the Wooded Foothill and just pitching the Speaker, honestly. We'll draw. Sprawl. Sprawl's neutral. We'll go green or for red. We should go red. Speaker. They let that resolve. They don't have an... I don't think they can respond to the pitch. So I think they've already lost their ability to respond with Wan Shi Tong. They need to do it prior to the resolution of the trigger. So we could grab Stomping Ground here. Or pitch Stomping Ground here. There's some thought to also pitching the Emrakul, if I'm being honest. And then grabbing Mycospawn, Devour, Sire. There's some good options, right? I will pitch the Emrakul. We're pretty far off the Emrakul right now. The question is what we grab. 3 types in yard. We grab Myco. We play a Stomping Ground tapped. And then set up for Sire, Breaker. Honestly, Breaker is not a bad idea just because of the recursion. Myco, also be playing the Wan Shi Tong. Sire gets countered and nothing else. Let's go for the Breaker. Stomping Ground tapped. And pass. There is Consult. Dig 3, pull 1. Like, to be fair, like, base Consult is just oftentimes going to be a worse impulse draw. Or rather, a worse impulse. But it's in the later stages of the game where it just scales so exponentially. Next time we have Temple and then Breaker the Sewer would be the thought there. Watergrave, Shock 17 for Kaido. Kaido tap. Their thought process there was that I needed the untap for the Breaker. Dismember, doesn't do anything here. Breaker break. And pass. Do you have a Subtlety? Subtlety will set you back pretty far, though, is the problem, right? But it also means that Kaido can't attack. So, yep. We'll put it on top. And pass. They attack, surveil 2, draw a card. Kaido's pretty good. 3-mana Planeswalkers overall are just very good cards, and that really is how Kaido reads. Put one card on top, one card in grave, and draw, so they know what they drew into. Spellbomb can hit my Yar, that's fine. We draw. Breaker part 2. The Avakan Sign. The Watery Grave and pass. Consign a memory. Counterspell. That's fine. We'll pass. So they can spell bomb in response to my breaker. Down to 9. Kaido, Surveil 2, draw. We can try and take out the Kaido speaker. Field of Ruin. So now they can get a swamp. They have a basic. That way they can draw off the spell bomb. Honestly, I'm kind of surprised they didn't plus on Kaido. That way they can avoid the speaker hitting it down. Maybe they have a Wan Shi Tong to flash in, would be the thought process here, but then we have this member. Though then we run the gamut of them having a force and us just getting absolutely shafted. Interesting. The spell bomb, unfortunately, is a bit of an issue. Field. Got a last force. They do have the swamp for the draw. They could also have a push, but it looks like they're just going to draw here. Not much I can do about that, but it should mean Kaido's down. Talisman, let's go to combat. Attack Kaido. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we should play the Talisman then. And pass and hold up the Dismember. Their life total right now is not great. 4 cards in hand, Surveil. Yeah, Spellbomb was an issue. And draw. Heat's good. Let's go to combat. So I go speaker. Down to 15. End step. Wan Shi Tong. So it'll ETB and then heat. Wan Shi Tong down. I do wonder if maybe there's a world where we want to hold the heat and use this member instead, but I'm kind of skeptical of that thought. Another Talisman. Go to combat. Pain cost for Shieldred's Edict. That resolves. Not much we can do about that, but I'm okay with them using an Edict on a speaker. Draw. Oh my god, can I stop playing? Can I stop just finding talismans, please? That would be fantastic. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Too short Emrakul. Do you have a Wan Shi Tong for X2? Subtlety. In response, if you have a force, we're pretty much signing our own death sentence here. Subtlety down to 5. We pass. Field of Ruin. Field of Ruin is a strip mine at this point, but they don't know that. Draw. Temple. No reason to play the Temple. We'll pass. And pass. Draw. You have to be joking me. Play the Ghost Quarter and hold. This variance is just god-awful. I've been drawing into nothing but bricks. This Wan Shi Tong. X equals 3, which means we're going to Ghost Quarter the field and pass. Reason why we're gonna Ghost Guard to the field here is because if they have an impulse draw, if they were to field us, we'd lose. We'll pass. We're down to 1. So now I need some way to get rid of the Wan Shi Tong or block it. 4 in hand, we draw. I mean, when you draw into brick after brick after brick, I mean, there's nothing you can do. We drew into nothing but talismans and lands. Unfortunate. But it is what it is. Alright. Well, that there will be the end of today's league at a 2-3 record at the end of 5. Unfortunate loss there at the end, but it is what it is. Variant's going to do what Variant's going to do. Otherwise, our other losses to Amulet Titan was pretty close. Eldrazi Ramp, that game 1, not so much. Game 3 was a bit better. And then I feel like we overall played pretty well into Wan Shi Tong. They just had the better draws than us. So sometimes you win some, sometimes you lose some. But either ways, it's good to be back. Good to be playing Magic again after pretty much a month-long hiatus as I moved from the Midwest to the East Coast. So, yeah, my stream schedule is going to be a little bit weird for a while, as right now I am not employed. So any support you guys can do between Patreon, Twitch subs, or just watching the videos is very much appreciated, as this is my sole income for right now as I start looking at getting my real estate license. But streams are going to be a little bit awkward. Uploads are going to be at, I don't know, when I upload? Previously I was doing 3 p.m. CST. I guess I could do 3 p.m. EST. I'll figure that one out. Basically, keep an eye out on Twitter, on Blue Sky, and on YouTube for the YouTube uploads. Those will be up at some point. Trying to think any other odds and ends. As we start ramping up into Modern RCQ season, we'll be making some final adjustments to this list. I think the main one will be just the 3rd speaker over the 1/6. Otherwise, feel pretty comfortable with the list, so we'll get to playing some Legacy Eldrazi. I also want to start the gift subs for user-submitted deck lists. So what I would say is I'm thinking 5 gift subs over on Twitch while I'm live. I want to be clear about this. While I'm live, send 5 gift subs and I'll play a user submitted list. The caveat needs to be that is a functional deck list, right? Not just, 59 islands and a prayer. But a functional deck list with like a cohesive game plan, stuff like that. But I will start playing some user submitted lists for those who are interested in me playing that, whether it be Legacy, Vintage, Modern, Standard, etc. It doesn't matter the format. So that is something that you're interested in. Let me know while I am live over on Twitch. Again, my Twitch schedule is a little bit all over the place. So if you do want to catch me there, best place to be is over my Discord server, as you'll get notified when I go live. Otherwise, I'll also post on Blue Sky and Twitter as well. So, 5 gift subs, submit the list. You can whisper it to me or send it in my Discord, and I will be playing those on Sundays, I think is what I've decided. So, if that is something that interests you, let me know that in the comments. Let me know over on Twitch. Should be a fun time. But with that being said, that there will be the end of today's YouTube video. As always, if you did enjoy it, please do consider hitting the like button. Comment down below if you did see any lines that I missed, any mistakes that I made, or any general feedback be much appreciated. For as much that I hope y'all learn from me and from my success and failure, I hope I can learn from you all as well. With that being said though, folks, I will see you next time. Bye-bye.